Check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are coming to you live from the Crossroads Classic in Indianapolis, Indiana, put on by Hangar 19. This is Indiana's premier style community-run event. Super excited to be invited here to stream. Super pumped to be with you guys all day through the final. I did not make it into the cut, so that means you get these sultry tones all day. Of course, I absolutely love doing it. We're starting off with what I believe to be one of the most interesting lists in the cut. On the right, you have Dominic Brown. There's a lot of Empire here, guys. Tons of Empire. So hopefully we can see some success on Dominic's side. We got Boba Fett, Palob, and Furlam. He's calling it an Imperial Salad. And Hasan Khan on the left with Sunterfell, Whisper, and Redline. One thing that's really consistent across a lot of these lists is the use of Redline and bombers, just using these heavy ordnance carriers of the Empire that are coming in at budget prices. So most likely good candidates for, price raising eventually. Right at 10:35. Thank you, Tyler, giving me a heads up for when the clock's going to be starting. So let's go ahead and just put a 78-minute timer on, and that'll leave us accurate. Where we got to go. So, you know how we do. We're going to get a Twitch poll up here in a second. If anybody hasn't participated in a Twitch poll before, it's super easy, guys. I'm going to put the names of both of the players on the screen, and you'll see an option, either a 1 or a 2 next to their name. And in the Twitch chat, you simply type 1 or 2, and that gives you your vote. Who will be your champion? Who do you think will take the game? It's always fun to get some early predictions as we get going. There it is on your bottom left-hand side of the screen. 1 for Hasan and 2 for Dominic. Who do you think will win the day? Looking for a couple things here today. I'm most likely going to have some co-hosts today. So we'll see what happens. Waiting for somebody who promised they would be here. We'll see if they show up. And today we have a ton of giveaways going on. We are giving away a bunch of sets of our alt art cards, some premium level alt art cards that we have. We've got a couple of those available. We have some Hangar 19 custom shield tokens that are being given away at the event. They hooked us up for the stream. We got a Jabba alt art from the Coruscant Invitational. A couple of their alt art cards that were made for this event, which I'll be showing off in the breaks, as well as a San Diego Comic-Con Scum Lando Falcon, and also a from FFG. I was also able to acquire an acrylic Lando Falcon. That's a spot gloss one, and that'll be given away later as well. So super excited to get that going. So official time is going to be starting in about 40 seconds. So it looks like the faith is in Dominic. I will say that where I am sitting, we have quite a bit of glare today, so excuse me if I'm a little slow on the draw, because I'm just having trouble seeing. A couple other things about today. For every event that I stream, I always talk to the judges and ask for expectations of the stream. We have been asked that if the players make a fixable mistake, to please address the judges right away. So we'll be doing that in the event that, you know, something weird's happen. So Dominic, starting just rolling here, because time has started. Just 1 forward, going to be racking up those focus tokens on the Moldy Crow title that Paylob has. Lets you hold up to 2 focus tokens, hold over at the end of the turn, so you can end up with at least 3 on a turn. If you go on Facebook, you actually can see all the lists that are present here in the top 16, along with the tournament bracket. Go ahead on our Facebook page, and you'll see those links. Red line also chilling. Hasan thinking about his action. Just going to drop a focus there. And target locking the rock because he can. That's his second action. To be able to acquire a target lock after performing an action. Just having some fun with his abilities there. These guys, good-spirited. Looking forward to a very positive game. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to get a couple things cleaned up on my side. We'll leave that poll open for one more turn. Whisper's Cloak there, so newish mechanic here now with Whisper. I think people are starting to get used to it. She has to have an evade token in order to perform the cloak at the end of a turn. Also, the timing of her cloak has changed. She does have to wait until the end, so that means Whisper is uncloaked when she is in combat throughout the day. Thank you to the Family Time Games staff for opening up the door. It was getting a little warm in here. All right, Dominic ready to go. Looks like both these guys are going to kind of slow roll. We'll see where the positioning goes. Both of them chose a very wide set formation to open up in. Basically not giving away their plan of where they want to commit. It's always interesting when you're in these situations. Okay, so Hasan committing to the left side. He believes that Dominic's going to be. I think he thinks that Dominic's going to be coming down and around here to try to engage red line, get him off, and then probably the plan is you bring in Soontir and Whisper there to get the back. Okay, so looks like Dominic is planning on going full into red line. Red line has a lot of tools there, protons, proton bombs, and torpedoes, ablative plating to avoid some of that damage from the bombs. But you only need it, it has only 2 charges, but you only need it twice with those 2 proton bombs, so it works out. So slow rolling here. Hasan thinking of his action. Waiting for an action. He's dropping a focus. Target locking the next rock. It's fantastic. All right. Here comes Whisper. 2 forward. Set up with really good decloak options there. Left or right next turn. Most likely going to be dropping to the right to try to flank. In the next break, I'll be getting you guys links to the lists and the bracket. I do have those both made, and if you are following us on Facebook, you can see those there right now. And Boba Fett coming in. So Dominic is coming through here. He's planning on trying to get rid of Redline right away, but he is opening himself up to a flanked attack by Soontir and Whisper. Now, Soontir going to the top there. You do have to play KG with those 3 hull. It's maybe going a little bit of a longer way than he could have, but it is a safer way. Alrighty. So Moldy Crow is fully charged up. Actually, one of our giveaway items is actually sitting on the table right now. You see those shield tokens right there? They're a shield and star. That's one of the symbols for Hangar 19. We have 3 sets of 4 of those we're going to be giving away. And for our top 16 match, let's talk about our giveaways. We're looking to get, so Dutch, I see you're in the chat. I'm going to make you a counter of subs. Here we go. We want to give away, we're going to start with 3 sets of Gold Squadron podcast promos. Also, we have a Dutch Vander premium promo from Gold Squadron podcast and a Soonterfell premium promo. We have those to be given away as long as we can get at least, let's call it, let's not make it too hard. It's early in the morning. Let's make it 5 Twitch Prime subscriptions. Looking for 5. All right, we're going to go ahead and close out that Twitch poll. So we're going to be engaging here pretty soon. We'll go ahead and hide that poll. So it looks like Dominic is slightly in the lead there with the beginning of our poll. Let's go ahead and drop these links in the chat. Going to go to my Facebook page. Just go look up Gold Squadron Podcast there. You'll see the links there. Or if you don't have access to Facebook, I'm going to be getting you those links in a couple seconds. So the Hawk, Forlom, and Boba Fett will all be in range of Redline this turn. We'll see if they can get him off the board. That's Dominic's goal. If you ignore Redline, he can be an endgame monster with how hard he hits. You really won't only want to let him get off one torpedo, but Redline's going to get off at least one. Like, that's going to happen. That's unavoidable. Whisper will be available to maybe take a range 3 shot. As you see, she decloaked towards the bottom of the board. And there is the launch of the proton bomb. I think that was inevitable. He knows that Death Rain's got to do what he's got to do some damage. All right, Hasan making some choices here. I'm dropping the matchups and lists into chat right now. All right, and Dominic going fast. He knew the proton bomb was coming. I have shields. This is fine. And he'll be dropping. Oh, he's going to be boosting. He is coming in. So he wants to get a range 1 shot or just take away the shot from Redline. The problem that could happen here, though, is by coming in so aggressively with that boost, he could end up bumping Redline, which actually might be a good thing for Hasan by taking 1 less shot. If he can avoid 4 extra dice to the face, that could actually work in Hasan's favor. And there it is. So you get the block. So you make him lose in action, but you end up, losing a shot here. So most likely you can't kill Redline this turn, but you can definitely leave him hurting. But he's going to be dropping a proton bomb on the way out, so this could end up hurting Dominic more than it hurts Hasan. All right, Whisper 3 banking there onto the debris, but she has collision detector. And he's debating whether or not he wants to use it, looks like, and does. All right, so gets the evade from decloaking, action focus, collision detector. Let's go ahead and take away some charges here. Collision detector and proton bombs from Redline. And Boba Fett keeping it simple, 1 forward. See, Dominic does have those Gen Con Boba Fett templates, rocking those. So he's going to just have a range 3 shot here. I think when Dominic goes back and watch this tape, if he would have come in a little bit fast, 1 more speed faster with Boba Fett, taking just the 1 forward back here, he would have been able to do 4, 3, 3, quite a few more dice, 10 dice. Maybe not kill him, but definitely having some pain. He only has one agility. So we'll see how Hasan responds here with the opportunity to get some flanked shots into Boba Fett. All right. So Hasan is the first player. Checking bullseye for Shuntir. His ability at the start of engagement, if you have a ship in your bullseye firing arc, you may assign yourself a focus token. Not exact wording, that is paraphrasing for sure. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Stats are totally being tracked. Okay. Takes 1 shield there. On Boba Fett. So the bomb did go off. We're removing those shields from everybody.
I mean, there's a. You can also
All right, so we got range 3. Soontir into Boba. So hit, crit. Spends focus, no damage. I think he actually took 1 extra shield on Boba Fett instead of Paylob there. I'm going to go get that corrected after this engagement. He should have 1 more shield on Boba Fett. Just 1 hit. It's going to be taking 1. No, that's 4-lam over there. Got it. So, never mind. Okay, I see. I had the cards visually mixed up. Still at 2, 4-lams at 2. Got it. Boom. Did I forget about the bomb going off? Maybe I assumed the bomb went off, but we'll keep it going. Hit, crit. Boba Fett going into red line. 1 evade. Takes 1. See if they catch the bomb before we go into here. Hit, crit. All right, hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
How long did it take you to live that down? Or are you still in the Crossroads?
I was going to say, you made 1 mistake early on. Like my wife, 1 year for Christmas, like, she loves bacon. So I got her, like, a case of, like, Christmas bacon. Like, it was, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Evidently, I got the wrong kind.
The wrong kind of bacon?
Right. Like,
Please tell me she doesn't like Canadian.
No, it was like the difference between, like long strips and, like, veal.
All right, corrected. It's all the way at the other side of the store. Okay, end phase. 4-lam using his ability to pass a stress. Red line uses ablative plating to not take damage from that bomb. 4-lam is at 2 shields. Hawk at 1. And Redline is super stressed out. He got the passing there. Of course, forgot to look at the crit as I was standing over there. Wounded pilot. So we'll go ahead and get that onto there. See, and we got to take the 2 cards from. Let's go ahead and get that damage onto red line. Boom. So Dominic did score half points that turn, 33 points from getting half of red line. Who knows with that range 1 shot from the Hawk? Though I guess red line didn't do any damage with no mod, so probably evens out there. We'll see red line most likely dropping that proton bomb behind him. We'll see how Dominic responds there. There's no reason to launch it here. That's not the right spot. So most likely we'll see Boba Fett just kind of come down here, try to engage Redline at range 1. 4-lam doesn't have stress anymore because of his ability, where he's able to pass 1 at the end of the turn, 1 of his own stress. Hawk has his arc pointed to the right, to the top of the board. He's going to be able to steal any tokens at red line, any focus that he's able to get, as long as he was within range 2 in arc. So we might see Dominic rotate that arc. And if he does eat that proton bomb, it's only going to be 1 shield. He does have a shield left. He does have a pretty nice open lane here. Maybe we just get the too hard there from Paylob. Forlom is the one that I'm really curious where he's gonna go with that. He's kind of has to re-engage with it. Maybe it's time to do a K-turn. Not sure if they've changed the K-turn on the G1As. Let me go just take a look real quick. Have that up on my screen. So G1A does have a 2 and a 4K. So this might be the time for the 4K to make sure that you can get that Forlom re-engaged right away. Especially while he's not stressed. The dial on the if Forlom is not getting his ability off, you're hard pressed to get turned around because the dial is terrible. His ability really makes the G1A actually maneuverable. Excuse me there. I want to remind you guys we're going to be giving away some Gold Squadron Podcast alt arts. If we get 5 Twitch Prime subscriptions, super easy to do. Moderators, how are we doing with that? All right, looks like it's time for the system phase. He's dropping the bomb. It's going to be a proton bomb. Again, proton bombs do critical damage, but critical damage into shields doesn't do anything different than regular damage. We're 4 subs away. Thank you so much, official Top Gun. So Whisper decloaking forward, trying to get into that range 1, see if she can pick up that 4th dice. Thinking about an action now. Okay, he's going to use collision detector again, as he was going over it. So collision detector is completely spent. Let's go ahead and get rid of that charge. And Boba Fett dropping one of his own bombs. He has seismic, so you see that debris right there. That means most likely Soontir and Whisper are going to be taking a damage there. That creates a range 1 bubble around that rock when it explodes of damage. All right, time for Forlom and Paylob to go. So he's deciding to do a 1 bank. Marking that corner. So this is a blue maneuver, so he's able to lose the stress. We'll see if it fits. And he's got it. So he's keeping that arc active to the right side. He's choosing to boost. He does have his double focus already, so he's got mods. Does it fit next to the debris? It sure does. Tight flying by Dominic. Takes a stress for doing the red boost on the Hawk. He's got mods, though, from the Moldy Crow, so he's not worried about it. Okay. So 1 hard onto the debris. Gives him some stress, but I believe Forlom's ability, when he gets a stress, he also is assigned a calculate token, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. So 2 stress, 1 for the red maneuver, 1 for the debris. There's a roll there, no damage. Whisper, hard one. Still going to be in range 1 of that debris. And Whisper is all up in the business right now. Probably has to choose to barrel roll out of range 1 of Forlom's arc. Forlom does have a modifier there. Hasan going through his options. I mean, Boba Fett hasn't moved yet, so most likely won't be getting shot by Boba Fett unless Boba came down quick to engage with Redline, which could leave him range 1 in the back arc. That back arc does hit as hard as the front, and actually has a reroll, so can be a little bit better if Whisper is at, let's say, range 2 or something, and not in Boba's range 1 to be able to get his natural ability reroll. All right, there's the decloak. Excuse me, not the decloak, the barrel roll attempt. So middle to middle. And barrel rolling as far forward as possible. So Phantom has an evade token. Remember, if she does spend it, on this attack, or excuse me, this engagement phase, Whisper cannot cloak. It's a really interesting interaction that Whisper has now. I like it quite a bit. Let's see what Hasan tries to do here with the Punisher. I mean, obviously doesn't have arc. Might try to boost to make Dominic use his actions to chase down Redline. Yeah. Hasan with these aces, if you can pull apart Dominic's list, thank you for the follow. If you can pull apart Dominic's list and separate these pieces, with the aces could do some work. But he's choosing to target lock, double target lock, using Redline's ability. After doing an action, you can acquire a target lock. Wounded Pilot, when you do an action, you do a damage. If you roll a die and on a hit, you take a damage. Or sorry, hit, take a stress, excuse me. So there's a stress. So Boba goes 1 speed forward, bump. He's going to take, he's going to be taking, I think I'm marking it. They're trying to see if the 1 bank fits. I don't know if with the gap. Oh, it might. I didn't see how close Whisper was there. Oh, it fit. It fit. Whoo, baby. Barely scrapes in there. Able to fit it right there. Is going to be at range 1 of either Redline or Whisper, whoever he wants. So Soontir was pretty sure that that debris was exploding, so he is turning out. Correct choice. I want to remind you guys we are in the top 16. This is single elimination. Lose and go home. We'll be here all the way to the final. Isaac, I see your message in the chat. I'll be taking a look at that later today. So will Boba take advantage of this range 1 shot into Whisper? Boba's going to have 2 re-rolls. Checking range to the proton bomb. Dominic able to avoid it. Very nice flying. Good flying. This bomb goes off and also hits nobody. Tight flying by both players. No damage from the bombs. That debris is removed from the table because of the seismic charge. Time to engage. Soontir's got nothing. Boba currently has a focus, and Hasan has Darth Vader crew, so he's deciding who he wants to try to use it on. Can use it on Forlom or Boba Fett. You choose a ship at range 1 to 2 in your arc. You spend your force to do a damage, or have them spend their green token. Okay, so he'll just lose the focus instead of taking damage. The other debate there is that it also gives him a focus modifier if he chooses not to use the Vader ability. Paylob, range 2, uses his ability and takes that evade token. Whisper just naked. And activates 000 there. Hasan says, no, I do not want your stress. Just take your calculate as you don't have anything in arc. Or maybe Soontir's at range 3, but I don't think so. All right, first attack here. Deciding its target. So he's going to try to see if he can get his evade token using the Whisper's ability. He's going into Forlom. He thinks that's his best chance. No rerolls. There it is. It was not obstructed. Takes 1 damage. Triggers Whisper's ability, able to get that evade token. When Boba engages, he uses Han's ability, Stress Focus. He's going into Redline instead of Whisper. But he wants to try to take Redline off the... Oh, he got it. He might live. Let's see. Hit. Crit damage, sensor, array. Can't take any actions. Paylob's going to try to finish it here at range 3. He has focus. 2 dice on 2 dice. Just 1. Hasan choosing his dice. Does not. All right, so red line taken off the table. Dominic pulling ahead 65-0. Looks like he does have range there. Okay, unobstructed shot from Forlom onto Soontir. He does have 2 calculate tokens. He'll just spend 1 of them for 1. Soontir has an evade out there, though. That's not going to do any damage. Has to use it. That's hilarious. Woo, variance. Alrighty. And we're going to be back at dials. So Dominic opening up by being able to take Redline off the table before he gets to shoot any of his torpedoes. That is absolutely huge. As you can see, both charges are still available right there. Absolutely huge. Now let's talk about some of his plans now. I know that he went into Redline, Boba Fett here. Was this a missed opportunity not taking out Whisper? I mean, we'll find out. But you could have possibly did some real damage, but you got to ship off the table. So I most of the time think that's a good better idea. Decloak options for Whisper. We might see Boba drop his seismic charge. It's the first thing you got to think about. So that means you're going to end up with this range 1 bubble. It's actually going to be a little bit bigger than that. Go ahead and do that again. Range 1 bubble around that debris. But you still have Forlom and Paylob nearby. We maybe don't see him drop that. But that could make a little bit of a no-go zone. Whisper most likely wants to engage. I mean, he is ice. They're both I-5, but Hasan has the initiative, so Dominic's going to get to see him after. Yeah, I don't know who's going to want to try to take out. Maybe the plan is you go after Paylob or Forlom. Let's see if you can take Boba later, but I mean, they're both kind of rough choices. We're 2 subs away from some giveaways. We got Gold Squadron Alt Art card sets. We got some Crossroad Classic Alt Art cards that we've been given to give away that are exclusive to the event and people in the area. So we're gonna be, I think we have all the dials set. Let's get crack-a-lackin' here. Who says crack-a-lackin' anymore? I do. Double checking dials. Get some dial previews. All right, so he's choosing a decloak. Looks like he might be going through Boba with the 2 forward. All right, deciding to go to the left. As far forward as possible. And he's currently stressed because of Forlom's ability, so he's not able to do the evade action after decloaking, because it is an action. Dominic choosing not to drop any bombs there. Dropping stress by doing a 1 forward. He's trying to get a beat on Soontir Fel here. He feels that Boba can probably take Whisper. All right, also 1 speed here. Again, just trying to track down Soontir, get some meaningful damage in over there. I'm curious to see what Dominic does with Boba here. Does he have the reach for target lock range? He's got it. There's the lock drop there. Whisper 2 banking. If Boba Fett went down this way, either hard turning or banking, he'd be able to get a nice range 1 shot. He currently does have a range to Paylob. Yeah, 1 turd would be sweet. And because Boba Fett has boost, he'd be able to come in around and catch Soontir and meet up with Paylob and Forlom. But it does take Boba Fett out of shots for a while. Maybe about 1 to 2 turns. But Whisper's in this spot where she can just kind of infinitely block him if she wants to. And I think that's what Hasan's thinking about. It's like Ninja Elf, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. We did it. We're going to be doing some giveaways. Woo woo. We'll talk about that at the end of this game. All right, there it is. There's a block. So no shots from Boba. Soontir saying, I do not want to play your game. He's disengaging, trying to find another approach vector. He's going to be probably just out of range. There you go. Definitely out of range now of Forlom's shot. Forlom doesn't really care about debris. He'll run through it if he wants to. It's going to be a little harder for him to be de-stressed by the time he gets there, though. I guess if he just has 1, I think his 1 banks are white. Some of the few white maneuvers that Forlom actually has. No, well, they're blue, so he'll be fine. He'll be able to be unstressed by the time he engages Soontir. All right, so he's choosing, looks like he's choosing not to use Darth Vader. Yep, no Vader. I think that's what the hand motion was there, the no. And he'll have a modifier against Paylob here. So Paylob is out of range. So range 3 from Whisper to Paylob. Whisper's going to have 3 dice and a focus. There we go. All blanks. Nothing. And shot back. 2-on-2. No modifiers for Whisper. Sorry, 2-on-3. Spends a focus. And gets it. Natties, baby. Not taking damage. 4-line way out. And we're going to be back to dials. All right, so what I'm curious to see here is how Hasan manages having Boba Fett behind him. We know that the medium base moves faster than the small base. Whisper's going to want to get aggressive to try to get shots, but the more aggressive you are, the more he's going out, the more space he's allowing for Boba Fett to move, which is what he don't. He shouldn't want a Boba Fett on your booty. Most likely, we end up getting just the one hard here from Boba Fett. I think that would probably be the best move. Leaves you right there, and you know, gives you that space. All right, guys, give me 1 second. It's getting a little chilly. I'm going to grab a jacket. They have the doors open in here because it gets really hot really fast. I mean, I think the vectors for Dominic are pretty obvious. He's going to be just rising towards the top of the board. What I'm curious to see is how Hasan manages Whisper. I think that's one of the most interesting things happening in this game right now, is that interaction. And we do have a bracket up. We'll actually go ahead and post that. Another link to that. There's the bracket. The lists are on our Facebook page. Make sure to hit that like button while you're there. And I think we're in the system phase now. So he's dropping the seismic charge. It's going to be threatening Whisper. And that creates a pretty big bubble. Again, Rage 1 there. I mean, taking an extra shield on Boba Fett doesn't super matter. We'll go ahead and get rid of that charge. Oh, Forlom. Interesting. Okay, Dominic deciding, all right, Whisper, it's time for you to go. He's getting aggressive there. K-turn, takes a double stress, uses Forlom's ability to get the calculate token when receiving a stress token. Paylab probably just doing the hard turn here, or a bank. Okay, doing a speed 3. Rotating the arc to the back, keeping the threat alive. So that gives him a shot on Whisper, also gives him trajectory to continue following Soontir. Whisper one banking. There's the one hard. Going the opposite direction. He wanted to make sure he wasn't blocked. He'll have that back shot. Not time to boost here. You just drop a focus or a target lock on Whisper. Or maybe the target lock would have been better. You use Han, though then you won't be able to hard turn next turn, which you want to boost. So, right choice there. Focus. Not taking any shots. Soontir just continuing at the top of the board. It's going to be boosting. We're going to have some Boba Fett on Soontir action here in the next coming turns. No use of auto thrusters by Soontir there. Bomb goes off, so that's going to be a shield off of Soontir. Excuse me, off of Whisper, not Soontir. No Vader range, so he's going to have a force charge to modify his dice. All right. See. One hit. Debating to spend the force. And spends the focus, takes 1 damage on the hawk. I think it's still going to be a shield. There it is. All right, time for Dominic to return fire. Boba Fett, range 2, has a focus token. This would be 3 dice on 2. And Whisper's taking 1 at least because he has 2 evade tokens. There's no reason not to use those. All right, takes 1, takes a crit, but he still has a shield, so not into that juicy hole yet. Range 3, unmodified. Well, he had a calculate token. I think he forgot about that. I mean, that's a missed opportunity there by Dominic. He did have the calculate token. Which means now Hasan, he could either got a damage on Whisper or given him this choice about whether he wanted to cloak or not. He wouldn't have had a choice before. All right, so he goes ahead. He spends the evade, no damage. Oh, sorry, that was the hawk shooting. Excuse me. All right, that was Paylob before. This is now Forlom. And 2 evades, safe. Sorry about that, Dominic. I doubted your prowess. Said the wrong ship. And we're back to dial. So 30 minutes left in the round. Dominic up 65-0. Boba Fett has good trajectory here to start boosting in. Most likely, let's take a look at that fire spray dial. I think he has the 3 turned. Does he? Let's take a look. Boba Fett. No 3 turn. So we'll get the 2 turn. So we'll get a 2 turn boost, maybe a bank boost, and then has the option to Hana focus during the engagement. Paylob, most likely just doing a 1 bank or a 1 forward, clear the stress, have yourself some focus, and Forlom's job is to come and bully the Phantom. So maybe just a 1 forward there. No decloaking, and it's time to move some ships here. So 1 forward, still has the arc active in the back, drops the focus. Okay, so loses the stress and gets another stress because of landing the back on that debris, which I believe triggers his ability to get a calculate token, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check his ability. No, it's after you fully execute a red maneuver. Okay, so not the stress, it's the actual red maneuver that that triggers that. All right. Evade action there from Whisper, hoping not to take any damage and be able to decloak. All right, 1 turn, a little more conservative from Dominic. He does have plenty of space. Checking range, going to take a target lock on Whisper. Soontir coming in. Drops an evade. Not going to have any Any shots? Oh, okay, he's going to be boosting using the auto thrusters ability. Might be able to nick Forlom at range 3. Now we're going to see Soontir Red measure range here. Checking bullseye on Soontir. No focus, so no offensive modifiers here, just raw dice. Now it's Vader. This at the start of the engagement. Debating whether to keep that force token or use it to do a damage on a Forlom. Now Dominic, starting 000's ability, gives Hasan the choice to either give Forlom a calculate, sitting at range 1, or to take a stress. So he's giving the calculate to Dominic. He does not want to be stressed. We got range 2. Or no, sorry, range 3, just a little bit outside. 3 focus, but no focus tokens there. All right. 2 blanks, 2 focuses. I don't think there's any reason to spend that evade. You just don't want to take damage. All right. Spends a calculate, no damage. All right, long range. 2 crits into Whisper. Got it. Forlom range 1. Spends the evade. It's going to be taking a card on the Whisper. For those of you watching in the future, I just lost my internet connection live, so I'm going to be a little quiet here while I try to figure out what is going on. Alrighty. While you were gone, nobody took. We had 1 damage on Whisper there. That should be getting updated here any second as our internet connection starts refreshing itself on our sources. Go ahead and reset this. There we go. Looks like we got all that straightened out. We'll double check points. I know I was paying attention to. That's Forlom over there. Forlom still has. Yep. Boba. Yep. Boba has 2 shields gone. He was using them as charges. Got it. All right, gets the K turn here. Forlom was able to use his ability to stress Whisper that turn. Here's a 2 hard. And rotating arc for his ability. A focus and linked action into rotate arc. And Whisper is currently stressed. 2 bank out. You know, Hasan lost his big damage output piece. So that's going to be something that's going to hurt him going forward in this match in order to try to get caught up. There's the barrel roll. Just avoiding arc there. So I don't want to get shot. Hasan having to play the long game and try to nick away at Dominic. But he hasn't quite done much damage, so he might be falling. He is falling behind in the race. 2 forward. Time to threaten Soontir fell. Boosting in. I think I would have preferred the 1 forward boost to give you a little bit of a wider arc. Soontir can be quite dodgy. Well, but Soontir going to the right is going to be... I actually might be able to barrel roll and boost to the left to get out of Boba Fett's arc. He might be sitting in Palobs right now. Looking at some options. He knows that he wants to get that bullseye on, so what I was suggesting is he could barrel roll boost down here. But I know that he's going to want focus evade. He wants them both. So he might need to focus auto thrusters barrel roll to the right. And then if he gets the bullseye, he can get the focus. And you end up focus evade with the stress. And he can avoid getting shot by Paylob. So I think that's probably the money right there. The question is, he does have a slight tilt to Soontir. Will that barrel roll get him far enough over for his bullseye to hit? And Soontir's not currently stressed right now. Oh, okay. So I think he might be taking my first suggestion here. There's the barrel roll down. Yeah, go as forward as possible. There you go. And the boost. All right. So dodges the Boba Fett arc. He's going to be squaring off with Forlom at what looks to be, might be range 1. He'll get his focus token because of bullseye. There's the focus token. He's giving him the calculate. Hasan not taking the focus. I guess maybe he didn't have it. Hit crit. All right, hit crit going into Forlom. This will be a crit card. And Hull Breach is the card there. Range 2. Spends focus for 2. It might be obstructed. Not obstructed. Takes 1 on Soontir. Range 1 with a calculate. 2. Takes another one, so that's half points on Soontir. So the difference between focus and calculate there, showing its ugly head. And Suntir ends up double stressed because of Forlon's ability. Might see a stop here. Get that stationary maneuver. Just to be able to keep all of this open. Suntir's hard to, might be able to clear here. Range, let's see range 1 though. Boom, boom, maybe. You're covering all the moves to the right as he is double stress. I mean maybe the 4 forward just to get out, but really just depends on if Hasan is going to try to use those 60 minutes to win the game, or see how aggressive he's going to be getting. All right, so we are waiting for them to flip some dials now. Again, Forlom does have hull breach. Everything's going to be face up, any damage. But honestly, not too big of a deal, as most likely Suntir and Whisper are going to be pointed away from him. I want to remind you guys that in our break between rounds, we're going to be giving away some cards, some swag here from the Crossroads Classic. Thank you for meeting our goal. We got our 5 Twitch Prime subscribers, and we'll be continuing that all day today. There is the stop. And we'll see. Yep, there is the stress, but he gets to calculate for doing a red maneuver. One forward clears the stress. There is a rotation of arc. And was it okay? So it was focus and linking to the rotation. And Whisper turning away. I do not want to joust you. I'm trying to take the long way around. Dropping the cloak, giving him some options for next turn. Boba one hard, trying to pin down Sunterfell. Drops a focus. He already has a target lock out there on Suntir, I believe. 4 forward. Loses his stress, but he's sitting at range 1 of Forlom, so he's going to end up being double stressed no matter what. And you have a range 3 shot coming in from Boba Fett here. So 000 activates, takes his calculate, though it's not going to do anything for him this turn. Range 3, Boba into Suntir. 3 on 4, no mods for Suntir. Hit crit. Looking for some natties. Not today. So he's going to be taking a crit, and it's a direct hit, extra dead. Sunterfell. I just said Sunterfell. Sunterfell. Going down. So now it's Whisper versus the world here. And let me know, guys. You know, I'm trying the overlay without any darkening boxes on the left and the right. I did it yesterday so that you guys could see the cards as I wasn't commentating yesterday. Would you prefer something back there? Is it a little bit easier to read, or do you like it more kind of out of the way and not as prominent? Let me know. Looks like we have people, winners on both sides. 1 bank, clears the stress. I'll work on getting you guys some stuff. We'll try a couple things. I enjoy experimenting. 1 hard. Whisper just getting in a position to try to take on Dominic's list. I mean, Dominic has only given up 28 points. That's the half points from Forlam, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we have Zach Bart, one of the players and people in charge. Do you have, if you just fill it out in your bracket and show it to me and I can update it. It's going to give me some updates on the brackets. Boba Fett coming in quick. Just making sure that he can hop over Forlam. Here's a boost. And it does not fit, so failed action there. Boba Fett will be taking an uncontested shot from Whisper. Range 3, no Vader. But he does have a modifier now. Reaching for range. He's got range 3 to Forlam, it looks like. He's more likely to do damage there. I mean, 1 with a calculate versus a double dice with no modifiers. Going in the Forlam. Elusive and calculate. We have not seen him use that card. There it is. Elusive. No damage. Spends evade to cloak, and we're back to our dials. So I'm going to get some documentation here ready so that we can get ready to do our giveaways. Again, thank you to everybody who has become a Twitch Prime subscriber and a patron, doing all kinds of giveaways today for y'all. Our YouTube viewers, we're going to be doing a giveaway for you guys as well. Now, there isn't a... like, of course, you could become a patron. That's probably the easiest way. But in the YouTube chat, which let me go ahead and open that up so that I say this correctly, something I was experimenting with yesterday. In the YouTube chat, there's a thing called Super Chats. Okay, it's essentially a donated chat. You enter an amount there, and we can do a raffle off of people who have done Super Chats. So we'll do an exclusive set of Gold Squadron podcast cards for you YouTube peeps as well. And the K-turn. Gets a calculate off of Forlam's ability. Just making sure to keep that arc in the right spot. Big 3 bank from the Hawk. Should just get over. I love those BB-8 templates. I was so sad I didn't. I was 1 game away. 1 game away. Actually, more than 1 game away. 1 game kept me out. Starting to make that kill box. You got a bunch of arcs onto Whisper. There it is. Box. He might get a block here if Boba Fett did that, but if he turned away, he'll have the back arc. And Dominic sees it coming, turns it back. He's going to have shots from Boba, Forlam, and Palob going into Whisper here. With 2 hole, evade focus. Can Whisper weather the storm? Range 3 into Forlom. Hit, crit. These all would be face up. Elusive and spends the calculate. Wounded pilot. And wounded pilot weapons failure. The weapons failure is actually something that matters there. Wounded pilot, weapons failure. Range 1 from Boba Fett has the rerolls. 1 reroll. And the Marauder title. Spends evade, takes 1, left on 1 hull. Paylob's here to try to finish the job. Spends calculate on Forlom. Paylob, hit crit. Whisper refuses to die. We're going to update our bracket here. Nate Moore of Gold Squadron falls to Andrew Schmidt. Chad Gay falls to Mark Worrell. And Brian Lurg beats out Zach Bart.
I gotta say, not anticipating us living through today.
I didn't anticipate us living through last year.
Right.
All right, here comes Forlom.
That last wave would have been like a vastly different.
Oh, decloak first. So might get the classic candy cane maneuver or a fast move to get around the debris. All right. 1 bank to de-stress himself. And then boost. Trying to get that front arc active. Whisper most likely won't be in range from an attack unless he does the hard one. There's the hard one. I came to fight. So, I mean, I think the writing's written on the wall. With 4 minutes left, Dominic has a commanding lead. But Hasan wants to play it out, give you guys a good game, a good fight. He's going down. He's attempting the barrel roll, giving himself some extra dice when defending, trying to get behind the debris. And a 3 hard. Is it a Talon roll? It is. All right, there's a T roll. It might be just out of range. Just getting ready for next turn. 1 forward, 1 bank. All right, Vader should be triggering here. I think he has both Forlom and maybe not. He wants to keep that modifier active. Range 2 steals the evade. No decloaking for Whisper. And also no defensive token. It's probably more important at this point. Range 2 probably obstructed from Whisper to Forlom. Okay. Hit crit. Spends a calculate. No damage into Forlom. Bulba reaching. And he's got it. Range 3, natties on natties. This would be 3 on 4, I believe. Just one. Whisper goes down. Oh, nope. Was able to get the one. I didn't see it there. Must have been a white dice in the corner. So range 2, they already measured. The question is it obstructed? Spends one of his focus tokens. 2 hits. Looking for natties. All right, good game. Congratulations to Dominic Brown for progressing. Very good game on both the players' part. Dominic able to take a commanding lead. Dominic able to take a commanding lead by taking out red line right away, avoiding the proton torpedoes, just totally denying him. I got a jacket on. They have the doors open. It's a little chilly in this spot right now. But yeah, let's do our giveaways before we run out of time here. So we're gonna. I have a pencil. Where's my pen? All right, whatever. We'll do it in pencil. So we're gonna be giving away 3 sets of not templates. Ooh, of cards. Excuse me. To some patrons. To some Twitch Prime subscribers. So let's go ahead. Get yourself active in the chat. Go ahead and start typing some stuff in the chat to activate your eligibility. We'll give you guys a couple minutes because I know that there is a little bit of a delay from me to you. I see in the chat somebody saying, "Hey, the Cubs are out of it." You listen here. I like the Cubs and I like the Sox. It's a jacket. I actually used to work at Wrigley Field, and this is the jacket I had when I was there. It was not free, but it was like discounted, and it's a good jacket. So that's why I'm wearing it. Alrighty. We'll wait about 30 more seconds, and we'll do our drawing. So we're going to be doing 3 sets of Gold Squadron Podcast Alt Art cards. If you haven't seen them, let's go ahead and pull out a set here. We have... Do I have the full set right in front? Oh, maybe I do. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And where's my favorite one? Where'd she go? There she is. Boom. All right, so here's the 5-card set. You got IG-88 B and C cartoon series. You got Lorik, Fenn, and Nora Wexley. We're gonna have 3 winners for that. Let's go ahead and pull some names. All right, let's roll it. First winner is Fricty. Congratulations. To claim your guys' prizes, by the way, the easiest way for me to get through them is actually through either Facebook messaging to the Gold Squadron Podcast Facebook page, or just send me a whisper on Twitch. I want to tell you guys I ship on Thursdays, so you will not hear from me until next Thursday, as that's the day I actually have time to sit down and get everything shipped, as we record podcasts on Tuesday. My wife would like to spend time with me on Mondays. Wednesdays are league night streaming, and then Thursday I finally have some time. So I'm not ignoring you. Know that I'm just waiting till Thursday. So, and I don't want to reply because that's essentially my to-do list for getting stuff done. All right, here is our second giveaway. This is Sticklegs_1. Congratulations for winning the 3-card set. And last but not least, for the 3-card set, we got Blake Mack 788. Okay, I got that. We now also have... Oh, don't worry. I see. Come on, I want to win. We got some stuff. We got some more stuff. Actually, a couple of other Crossroads promos. This is one of the older ones. They actually updated it to 2nd edition, and they gave us quite a few of these to give away. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and give away 2 of those right now. Okay, so 2 separate ones. They've changed the pilot. It is Arvel Krenid. It used to be a green squadron. Now it's Arvel Krenid. Super awesome alt art there by Mark Moriarty. We have 2 of these to give away. Let's go ahead and do that. Arvel. All right. winner is Dumpster Fire Special. Marcel reaching across the camera in front of my beautiful face. And last but not least, for the Arvel credit card is Dave Sams. Boom. All right. So we got card sets. We got that given away. We got more stuff coming, guys. This is just our first round, top 16. We got the top 8, top 4 in the final. We got way more stuff to give away, including some. We have a Lando. I'm trying to pick it up off the table here. We have this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Scum Lando card, Donald Glover style, just looking sexy there. And we also have. This is going to be during the final, so don't miss it. This is the Spot Gloss Lando card. So this one's going to be up for raffle during the final. How do I enter the raffle for this one? This is going to be a Patreon exclusive raffle to anybody who became a patron today. So go ahead and join there, and that's how you can be entered into the raffle for that. And we got a bunch of more stuff coming, guys, so thank you for joining us. We'll be back in a couple minutes to bring you guys the top 8 of the Crossroads Classic. This is Indiana's premier style community run event. We'll be back.